सिया राम किया विश्व कल्याण, बोलो राम सिया राम।
इस दिन के इंतजार में दशकों से ये आंखें तरस गई, आएगा ये तो विश्वास था, अब जो तू यहाँ लौटा है।
स्वागत गान गाए जिसके लिए, मन में गंगा जिसके हाथ में है, जीते भी मरते भी काम काज करते भी, सुख में दुख में हर एक मुख में गर जाएगी राम। पल पल में युग युग में हर क्षण में राम, हर तन में हर मन में कण कण में राम।
राम काज कीने बिनु मोहि कहाँ विश्राम, और हम लोग भी विश्राम नहीं लेने वाले हैं तब तक जब तक कि सनातन धर्म के मार्ग में जितने भी रोड़े हैं, जब तक इनको नामो निशान इनको समाप्त न कर दिया जाए।
Namaste, Jai Hind and welcome to this very, very special edition of The Right Stand. Ladies and gentlemen, aap sabko Shubh Deepavali. Ram ki Nagri Ayodhya is dazzling like never before. It's Ram Lala's first Deepavali after being Virajman, after the Pran Pratishtha in January earlier this year. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath leading the celebrations in Ayodhya as lakhs of Ram Bhakts have gathered in the holy city to witness this divine Deepavali. Yogi Adityanath inaugurating a record-breaking Deepotsav, 1100% Saryu Aarti and the main lamp lighting event wherein 30,000 volunteers spread across 55 ghats lit earthen lamps for the Guinness World Record by lighting 28 lakh diyas. At Ram Ki Paidi on the old Ayodhya bridge, a mega show of 500 drones illuminating Ayodhya skyline, making various formations. The highlights, Veer Mudra of Ram, Lakshman and Hanuman, brought to life through this dazzling presentation of laser lights as you witness now. Voiceovers, musical narration. Bhavya Deepotsav in Ayodhya began with the Shobha Yatra from Saket Mahavidyalaya to Ram Katha Park. Procession showcased over a dozen tableaux with that depicted scenes from the Ramayana. The tableau procession from Ram Katha Park came alive with performances by classical dancers from across the country. Locals showered the performers with vibrant flower petals, creating a colorful festive atmosphere. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath welcoming the tableau and ceremoniously greeting the artists dressed as Lord Ram, Sita and Lakshman. Puja, Vandana and Aarti marked the symbolic coronation ceremony of Lord Ram, commemorating his return to Ayodhya after a 14-year exile. Truly symbolic, significant this year, as after 5 centuries, a 5-century-long exile, Ram Lala was placed in his birthplace this January with a mega Pran Pratishtha ceremony. With the historic celebrations, Prime Minister Narendra Modi's words resonate in every Indian's mind that Ram is the manifestation of Bharat's vision, philosophy and insight. Ram is the faith of Bharat. Ram is the foundation of Bharat. Ram is the thought of Bharat. Ram is the constitution of Bharat. Ram is the consciousness of Bharat. Ram is the contemplation of Bharat. Ram is the pride of Bharat. Ram is the glory of Bharat, and Ram is a continuous flow. Ram is an influence. Ram is an idea. Ram is also a policy. Ram is eternal. Ram is perpetual. Ram is pervasive. Ram is universal. Ram is the soul of the world. Unquote. Echoing the Prime Minister's message, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister repeated the same words as he led the grand Deepavali celebrations. He said, and I quote, "Those who had neglected Ram, those who had raised questions on the existence of Lord Ram, they were not only raising questions on the existence of Lord Ram, they were raising questions on the existence of Sanatan Dharma. They were raising questions on your existence. They were raising questions on your heritage. Sanatan Dharma has never harmed anybody. It has embraced everyone. Whoever becomes a barrier in the path of humanity, in the path of development, will suffer the same fate as the mafias of Uttar Pradesh." Unquote. Amazing scenes in Ayodhya. It's just lit, it's just ethereal, it's just amazing, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look at that. And Arun Dhanta is right in the thick of things. These are days, Arun, when we thank our profession. When we thank for those tireless hours that you put on the streets, you're witnessing something grand, something historic. How's it going on ground? It's quite chaotic. We'll try and connect with him the moment he's live, ladies and gentlemen. He was standing there all this while. and there is a lot of noise, color, song and dance. This is the entire Saryu Tat and that Ram Ki Paddy that's come alive. What transformation Ayodhya has seen between 2019 and also 2024. Last 5-6 years from the time Yogi Adityanath was in charge, from 2017 onwards, this is 7 years of hard work that we are seeing. The work at the Ram Mandir is still not complete. I'm just going to quickly check if Arun is through, or we'll go to him whenever he's through with us. Dushyant Sridhar. Dushyant Sridhar, Vedic scholar, is with us. Shri Guru Pawan Sinha, noted astrologer, with us. Ami Ganatra, author, with us. The Trichur brothers, Ram Kumar and Sri Krishna, are also with us in this broadcast. And we'll have some special other guests also joining us very, very soon. Kailash Kherji will be with us. Maithili Thakur will be with us. We've made it all festive. It's all smiles. It's celebrating Ram. It's all wishing Diwali. Dushyant ji, namaskaram. Shubh Deepavali.
Namaskaram Anand, wishing you a very happy Deepavali and wishing every other viewer and Astika Bharatiya a very, very happy Deepavali. Yes, every Deepavali is special, but this is super special because the one thing that holds our country intact, Anand, is the plethora of scriptures, pramanam, that we have bequeathed. So we often see that, people have this debate whether we should get the Kohinoor back from the Queen's crown. The real Kohinoor is the Ramayana. Valmiki Ramayana is the very essence of the four Vedas. Veda Vedye Pare Pumsi Jate Dasharathatmaje Veda Pracheta Sadasi Sakshad Ramayanatmana. If there is one work that we have bequeathed from our ancestors that has been read, reread, translated, transcreated and developed into different forms of arts and art forms, it is the Ramayana. And that holds our country so beautifully together. And this is one festival, Anand. You'll be surprised of the many, many festivals that we celebrate in Bharatadesham. This one festival has the maximum number of references in scriptures, maximum number of references in the inscriptions. Kings have patronized Deepavali, Diwali, Deepotsava, whichever way we want to call it. Divi Bhuvicha Samidham Deeparupena Rudhaihi, says Vedanta Deshika. And Naraka Vadhadinam. So in Krishnavatara, we have the Sambandham of Narakasura. And finally, one important point, Anand. Whichever part of the country, world we are in, whether be it on the banks of river, Mississippi, Colorado, so whichever river, rivers are of great importance.
Yes.
And how many ever rivers we have, Gita, Ganga cha Gayatri, Govindecha Hridisthite. Ganga holds that important position being Tripathaga. And it is said, the day between the Naraka Chaturdashi and Deepavali, it is called Nrinam Prapayati Naraka. That which as auspicious as Ganga reaches our red color plastic bucket in our houses. So, there has always been a tradition where the people who are adept in scriptures would ask, is your Ganga Snanam over? Which literally means on this day, Ganga reaches our houses. So, it's a very special occasion, Anand. And I'm sure especially the Gujaratis also celebrate the New Year around this period of Dakshinayanam. And we have the Dhanteras, and then we have the Shubha Muhurtam in the stock market. Everything comes together. And I just wish if some genie would ask me, what is your wish, Dushyant? I would say that I should be the drone camera that floats above looking at the beautiful lights that are lit. It just, two eyes are insufficient to describe the beauty and the plethora that we see right in front of our eyes.
This is science, technology and spirituality all coming together. That's what it is. That's the perfect samagam that's happening, the sangamam that's happening, Dushyant ji. I'm just going to quickly go across to Arun. We keep losing him because it's quite crazy on ground. Arun, how are the sights?
Well, Anand, absolutely electrifying. A minute before, I was not able to hear you because digital Ramayana was in fact, even now it is being played, but the volume is little reduced. You can see the visuals of, even on that side, what a wonderful sight they have created there at the top. This is a digital, visual extravaganza which they have played here for the people here alongside with the diyas. In fact, this time around, people of Ayodhya is all set to get into the Guinness Book of World Records once again. It has become a habit for them. Last time it was somewhere close to 22 lakhs. This time around, more than 25 lakhs is what they are saying. And in fact, Guinness Book of World Records people, the drones are also monitoring the activities of these diyas here, whether they are matching what they have counted manually during the day. So the atmosphere is electrifying. In a short while from now, we will be seeing some performances here on this stage. In fact, Anand, 8 to 10 countries Nepal, Indonesia, Cambodia, these countries will be playing Ramayana here. You know, how it happens, how it featured in their country. They will be showcasing it to the people of Ayodhya. And it is not, of course, a special moment for people of Ayodhya and Uttar Pradesh. It is a moment of joy for the entire country, because this Deepotsav, this is the 8th edition of Deepotsav, is coming on that year when Lord Sri Ram's temple is completed, Pran Pratishtha is, and the presence of Lord Rama is amongst all of them. So this is the atmosphere here. It is very difficult to hear what you are saying, but the emotions are pretty high here in the people, and there are people who come here actually to witness this Deepotsav just because of the Pran Pratishtha, so that with this Deepotsav, they'll be able to witness the Ram temples, grandeur and darshan also, of course, of Lord Rama.
Right. Thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that, Arun. Enjoy the sights and sounds. It's quite a special moment. Science, technology, spirituality, like I said, and we've tried to get you another sangamam of art, culture, and of course, Sangeet, along with those who are also doing Rachana or Sanrachana, writing. So, Ami Ganatra is with us. She's the author of Ramayana Unraveled and Mahabharata Unraveled. Lots that's unraveling here on this very, very special day. Amiji, namaste, Shubh Deepavali.
Shubh Deepavali, Jai Siya Ram. Very happy to be here with you today. Anand, you and Dushanji couldn't get better.
Yeah, absolutely. And why is this special? And you know, this return of Ram, there is a story that he didn't land in Ayodhya, did he? He landed a little farther away. And there's a story behind that too.
Yes, so Sri Ram, of course, landed in Nandigram. And it's from Nandigram that he went to Ayodhya. And Nandigram, because we know the story that Bharat was not aware of what machinations his mother had done. And he decided, and when he came back from Kekai, he said that I will not take the throne. This belongs only and only to Sri Ram. And so when Sri Ram refused to return, he did try to convince him in Chitrakoot ki bhai aap aa jaiye. But Ramji, as he was, he said, nay, I have to follow the vachan which I have given to my father. That is the right thing to do. But I'll come back after 14 years. And in those 14 years, Bharat ruled the kingdom as a nominee of Sri Ram. And he ruled from Nandigram because he gave up all the luxuries of the palace and he wanted to live exactly like how Sri Ram lived. So that is why Pushpak arrives in Nandigram. And this Deepavali is even more special, Anand, because this is the first time after 500 years, as I'm sure everybody's been speaking about it, that Sri Ram is actually literally is in Ayodhya, which hasn't happened before, in his own palace, in the beautiful Mandir of Ayodhya. So yeah, couldn't get better.
Absolutely. Shri Guru Pawan Sinha ji should be joining us. I'm going to check if he's through. We should also have the Trishur brothers with us. The Trishur brothers, I'm just going to check if Ramkumar is with us and through with us. And we'll go across to them too. But Dushanji, one of the aspects this time around is that across the world, others are not allowing or not coming up, stepping up to celebrate Deepavali. You know what happens there, what's happening in Canada. There are those who are wondering what this Deepavali entails for Bharat going forward. There is Yogi Adityanath who said that this is perhaps the turning point for Sanatan Dharma. This Deepavali becomes very, very special. Then there is the political jibe. They say that, all right, this is a Deepavali where the BJP does not have its MP in Sri Ayodhya. So there are lots of things that are being said. How are you looking at it?
Anand, very honestly, namaskaram again to you and Ami. See, the thing is, politics, when we take civilization, when we take Pramanam, the way the civilization has managed to survive, the way the different schools of philosophy and theology have survived after so many onslaughts and attacks, what happens in the politics is very petty. It is too small. It's a worthless bauble. So whether there is an MP, MLA, doesn't matter. For me, my Raja is Rama. How does it matter? I'm not trying to demean any of these elected representatives. They have duties to do. But over and beyond that, I just feel they just have to be respected to that extent. It doesn't matter to me who attends, who doesn't attend. It is finally my Rama who has been installed in Ayodhya where he was supposed to be there. Tatrasi loka vishruta manuna manavendrena yapuri nirmita swayam, says Valmiki. So he says this place that was as a world famous, Tatrasi loka vishruta, when Ayodhya was that world famous, now it is world famous even today. And it doesn't matter if the president or the leader of the opposition in Canada doesn't, because I'm sure this century is going to be Bharata's century. After 200 years of colonial rule and 800 years of, other regimes that were not very conducive to the civilization, I'm sure this century is going to be blessed with Mahalakshmi's grace, and people across different sections of the society and castes are going to prosper in India. And Anand, very truly, as many people with great foresight say, success has many fathers. This 2026 or 27, when we touch better heights, you will see the same presidents of the same world famous democracies who will come and say, Diwali is all about light, from darkness to light, and they start quoting inscriptions. We'll be seeing those days as well, and with that beautiful guffa and smile, we need to welcome them as well and say we are so happy that you're celebrating Deepavali. So it doesn't honestly matter to me as an Astika, as a following Hindu, whether they celebrate or not.
True. Ram Kumar of the Trishur Brothers is with us. Namaskaram. Welcome to this edition of The Right Stand and Shubh Deepavali. We also have Pawan Sinha ji with us. Pawan Sinha ji, namaste. Always such a pleasure to speak with you. Thank you so much. Pawan ji, before I go across to Ram Kumar, I have to ask you, all this confusion about 31st and 1st. You said 31st is Deepavali. Other astrologers said 31st is Deepavali. Amidst all this confusion, in our organization, we've got 31st and 1st as holidays now. So thank you for that. So this confusion got us something good. But your thoughts on this day? आज तो कहते हैं काली चौदस है जी.
Yes. Do I have to answer this?
Yes, Pawanji.
Today is Kali Chaudas. Actually, these festivals are based on the tithis. So today is 14th tithi of this month. So it is Kali Chaudas today. Tomorrow will be the rest day up till evening. And then those who want to do Lakshmi Puja or Siddhi Tantra Puja, they can go for these pujas in the night, 31st in the night. But for Grahastha people and for the traders, it is on 1st of November, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. And in the evening, they can do this puja.
Interesting. How are you? What is the thoughts in your head as you see these lovely visuals coming in from Ayodhya, Pawanji, before I go across to Ram Kumar?
This is such a wonderful and pleasant moment, and particularly this year, after a long time, means after 500 years, we are celebrating a festival of Deepavali like this. So you see the big smile on the face of our Honorable Chief Minister, and everybody will be happy. And I'm sure that not only Hindus but also Muslims will be happy, because they too belong to this land. And I think instead of listening to other rumors and what few people provoke them from their community, otherwise they will be very happy to have this occasion in Ayodhya.
Ji, I'm going to go across to Ram Kumar. Interesting, I was reading the Prime Minister's quote who defined who is Ram. So he says Ram is Bharat, Ram is consciousness, Ram is eternity, Ram is justice. And it's a beautiful and very spirited, passionate, came from the heart, the Prime Minister's address at the occasion of Pran Pratishtha. Now here's something before we go across to Ram Kumar. They've not only composed, the brothers, the theme song for Namami Gange, they took the Prime Minister's words and composed it into a beautiful song. I'm just going to play a short video of that and then we'll go across to Ram Kumar.
राम भारत का आधार है, राम भारत का विचार है,
Supremely talented set, Sri Krishna and Ram Kumar. Such a pleasure to have you with us. You hail from my own town, Trishur. Right? That's my place. So that's another connection with the Trishur brothers. Although they now are based in Chennai. So Ram Kumar, before you start speaking, I need to hear you sing. That's my request. Are you on mute? I think you're on mute.
Okay.
Now.
So, yeah. So, namaskaram Anand and namaskaram all the other panelists as well. This happens to be the first time that we are coming online to talk with you on CNN. And I think Sri Krishna is having some difficulties joining in. He's in another location right now. So I will represent the two of us I'll actually sing a song that has been very close to our hearts. It comes from an old animation Ramayana series, which happens to still be one of the most favorite for a lot of us. And it talks about a conversation between our Ishta Devatai Hanuman and Sita Ma, as Hanuman assures her that Ram is already ready to come and take her back to Ayodhya. A lot of you would have heard this song. It happens to be a favorite song. A couple of lines from that song.
Please.
जननी में रामदूत हनुमान, जननी में रामदूत हनुमान, चरण कमल में शट शट वंदन, कर गो मां कल्याण मिला है अवसर आज महान, जननी में रामदूत हनुमान, चमके कोटि सूर्य सम रघुबर, शीत चंद्र सी वाणी मधुकर, करके रावण हरण तुम्हारा, किया मृत्यु आहवान, जननी में रामदूत हनुमान, जननी में रामदूत हनुमान.
Lovely, fantastic. It's so good to see Carnatic singers singing in Hindi and bringing out the same bhava and same beauty. It's just amazing. No, this is a big message to those Hindi bashers and those Tamil bashers, this entire North-South divide. You're really uniting us. But interesting.
Absolutely. And I think Dushyant would agree with me on this particular aspect that Carnatic music or Hindustani music, any music emanating out of India has bhakti bhava, and that's the core essence of music that emanates from our country. And this is applicable even to folk music that comes up. So I think more than anything else, I think the minute one is able to at least get close to that bhakti bhava of music, it carries across. That's more inclusive than any other thing that can ever be achieved.
One quick question, Ami Ganatra ji, before I go back to Dushyant Sridhar and Pawan Sinha. What is Sita's role when Ram came back? Is she spoken about at all?
Of course, she is the Rani. So when the Rajabhishekam happens, she is with him. The Rajabhishekam couldn't have happened without Sita. Right? So till now, she was only the wife of Sri Ram. Now she is the Samragni of Ayodhya and of Bharatvarsha, because Ayodhya kings were the Chakravartins. So of course, Sita has had a huge role to play. In fact, Sitaji has a huge role to play throughout. So yeah, the character of Sitaji, usually the way it is characterized in popular narrative, unfortunately doesn't do the justice to her character, her strong, empowered, Shakti-shali character that is shown in Valmiki Ramayana. And Anand, if I may, you just asked one question to Dushyantji. I wanted to add to that about people across the globe playing politics on the name of Sri Ram. So that reminded me of an incident from Ramayana where Ravan wants to go and kidnap Sita Ma, and before that he goes to Marich and he says, this Ram, no, he's adharmi. His father also threw him out of his kingdom. He's that bad a person. And at that time, Marich says, that what are you saying? Ramo Vigrahavan Dharmaha.
Dharma.
Ram is a Murtimanta Pratik of Dharma. What are you even saying? So this politics on the name of Sri Ram is happening from the times of Ramayana, and we know what happened to those who did politics on his name. So I hope that happens even now. Jai Siya Ram.
Very well explained there, amazing. But I want to ask Dushyant Sridhar this. Dushyant ji, is there a difference in the tithi or a confusion as far as the southern part of the Vindhyas is concerned, or Bharat versus south of the Vindhyas? Or is there no confusion because it's all done in the Brahma Muhurtam, it's all on the 1st of November morning?
Okay. Anand, when we deal with the almanac, which is called the Panchangam, there itself we have two different routes that we take. One is called the Shuramanam and second is called the Chandramanam. The third is the Nakshatramanam, which we generally don't use these days. These are the two prominent ones. And when we go even to Ekadashi, see, since Deepavali falls between the Chaturdashi and the Amavasya, there may be a slight confusion. Even in Ekadashi Tithi, there is always a debate whether Ekadashi should be followed on the day when the Vratam is there or the Tithi is there. So these differences are okay. See, that's how democratic this civilization is. So there is no one hard, fast rule. So if Krishna Jayanti is celebrated on the Tithi of Ashtami, probably there'll be one section of people who will celebrate it on the Nakshatram of Rohini. And there are people who say that the next Nakshatram should not follow. So ideally, I would say this Narakavadha Dinam is the Naraka Chaturdashi. And the day of Amavasya, it is generally the Muhurtam that is fixed for Ganga Snanam. That is fixed in our almanac. And the Lakshmi Puja part alone, some people say whether it should be done today, this evening or tomorrow evening. Many of the Prachina Mathas say that the Lakshmi Puja has to be done tomorrow. So that's said and done. The Ganga Snanam, which is an integral part which plays a part in our Smriti Kandas, that should be done tomorrow morning. So that's how it goes. But you know, Anand, I come from the very home state. My home state is Karnataka. And Ram did talk about Hanuman. And Hanuman very much native of Karnataka. So he speaks Kannada to avoid all the language politics. So he's very much from Karnataka Pradesha. And in Karnataka, more than Deepavali and the Naraka Chaturdashi, it's the Bali Partime, which is very much celebrated. So different parts of our country, you know, rejoice this occasion. So I would, rather than calling it a Deepavali day, I would call the Deepavali week. So throughout the week, there is something happening across Bharata Desham. And that's how democratic we are. So we don't need lessons of democracy from op-ed articles of the West.
I knew that was coming. It's just amazing how you are able to bring in Itihasa and then match it with the contemporary and serve us a lesson. That's your unique point and ability, Dushyanji. So beautiful. Thank you so much. But I'm just going to quickly ask Pawan Sinha ji. Pawan ji, now for many, what should we do on Deepavali? When we do puja, what is it that should be there? There are many questions, queries about samagri. Is it necessary to wear and buy new clothes? How did that start? Why is that happening? Many say crackers jalana hai, kyun band kar rahe hain? Sanatan ke khilaf hai ye cracker ka pura attempt, pollution ka bahana hai, pollution to bahana hai, Sanatan ko harana hai. All of this is being said. But that time it was only diyas. Deep prajolit karte the. Deepotsav tha. So where do you stand on all this?
It is a Deepotsav, and we should lit the earthen lamps as much as possible, and better if they are clays and the clays lamps, so that our own people could get the benefit. The second thing is about crackers. Actually, the time has become very unique in nature. Because we are ready to do damage to ourselves and in the name of Sanatan, and we say that this is right Sanatan. In fact, at that time there was no crackers at all, but time changed and crackers came in as a mark of enthusiasm, and not only on Deepavali but also on New Year,
all festivals,
IPL and other things.
Shadi
Crackers are always there. So, but still I would say that we should eschew ourselves from the crackers. But the matter of fact, crackers do not create that much pollution as it is aired and it is said.
Correct.
Most of the pollution, particularly in Delhi, is because of dirty Yamuna, and
Parali.
there may be a problem of the people that I called Yamuna dirty. So it is again an attack on Sanatan. But yet Yamuna is dirty, and because of that, the pollution is there. Then because of cars and motorcycles.
Right. So you're saying that there are other reasons beyond pataka. Many are saying patako ko dosh mat dijiye, parali ko dijiye. But we'll come back to that in just a bit. I had a question. I had Ram Kumar with me, but we have somebody who's traveling. मैथिली इस वक्त हमारे साथ हैं. देखिए, अब अयोध्या राज्य से रिप्रेजेंटेशन है तो मिथिला का भी तो रिप्रेजेंटेशन होना चाहिए. तो देखिए मैथिली आप जुड़ गए हमारे साथ. एक बात बताइए, ये मिथिला में क्या दीपावली पर कोई गीत है? और सीता के साथ राम का जो अटखेली है, मिथिला के लोग तो राम को काफ़ी छेड़ते भी हैं ना, क्योंकि वो समझते हैं कि हमारा हक है.
जी जी जी.
तो आज छोटी दीपावली और दीपावली के अवसर पर आप क्या हमको मैसेज देना चाहेंगी, कुछ सुनाना चाहेंगी?
बिल्कुल, बहुत सारे गीत हैं. वैसे मिथिला में तो भगवान राम पाहुन हैं, तो विवाह के कई गीत हैं. फिर जब वो होली के समय में बहुत गीत गाते हैं. दिवाली में तो वो अपने अयोध्या में होते हैं, तो इसीलिए वहाँ के कुछ गीत सुनाती हूँ.
जी.
सजा दो घर को गुलशन सा, सजा दो घर को गुलशन सा, मेरे घर राम आए हैं. सजा दो घर को गुलशन सा, मेरे घर राम आए हैं. मेरे घर राम आए हैं, मेरे सरकार आए हैं. मेरे घर राम आए हैं, मेरे घर राम आए हैं. मेरे घर राम आए हैं. लगे कुटिया भी दुल्हन सी, लगे कुटिया भी दुल्हन सी, मेरे घर राम आए हैं. सजा दो घर को गुलशन सा, मेरे सरकार आए हैं.
क्या बात है, कितनी मधुर आवाज़ है आपकी. मैथिली जी, आई जस्ट वांट टू रिक्वेस्ट यू क्विकली, ये राम को थोड़ा सा छेड़ते हुए और उनकी थोड़ी सी आलोचना, फिर उसके साथ प्रशंसा करते हुए, ऐसा भी कोई गीत है?
बिल्कुल है, बिल्कुल है. सबसे पहले हमार पहुना रे, पहुना रे, हम सारे जग से निराला, हमार पहुना सारे जग से निराला. ये तो प्रशंसा करते हैं. फिर उसके बाद इंद्र चंद्र विधि शिव पद पूजथि, इंद्र चंद्र विधि शिव पद पूजथि, इंद्र चंद्र विधि शिव पद पूजथि. हमार पहुना सखी को ना लजौना, हमार पहुना सारे जग से निराला. मतलब कि जिनकी पद की पूजा शिव जी भी करते हैं, वो हमारे मिथिला में आके लजाते हैं, लजकोटर बन जाते हैं. तो इस प्रकार है. धन मिथिला धन सिया बड़ भागिनी, धन मिथिला धन सिया बड़ भागिनी, धन मिथिला धन सिया बड़ भागिन. हमार पहुना सखी सांवरा सलोना, हमार पहुना सारे जग से निराला, हमार पहुना सारे जग से निराला.
क्या बात है. मैथिली, आप मेरे साथ बने रही हैं, क्योंकि एक और बहुत ही उम्दा सिंगर हमारे साथ हैं, त्रिशूर ब्रदर्स के राम कुमार जी हमारे साथ हैं. हम श्री कृष्ण जी को भी कोशिश कर रहे हैं कि वो उनको भी पैच करें. बट आई वांट टू आस्क यू राम, आर देयर सॉन्ग्स, वी नो लॉट ऑफ सॉन्ग्स, एटलीस्ट आई हैव हर्ड अ लॉट ऑफ सॉन्ग्स अबाउट कृष्णा इन हिज यंग यूथ, or songs around Krishna, Madame Kim Kanne and so many others. But are there songs like this that glorify Ram, that talk about Ram? Are there specific songs like that? See, Dushan Sridhar is smiling there.
Yeah, for sure. I think I have to confess that the repository of contents of this sort would definitely be Dushyant much more than me on this occasion because of his in-depth knowledge on the subject. But for some reason, that's a very interesting question because what I've generally found is also that a lot of the compositions that we have across genres on Krishna talks a little bit more about either his innocence or his nature as a naughty kid. There are fewer songs that I know of where we talk about Krishna as in the Bhagavad Gita form, like discussing something extremely serious or something of that sort. On the other hand, a lot of the compositions of Ram that we especially know of in the Carnatic side uh, are compositions which talks more, I think, slightly more about the adult life of
Like what kind of
Lord Ram.
compositions? I want sing something for us.
Okay, so a lot of the songs that about Lord Ram, there is a beautiful composition of Dikshitar in the Ragam Manirang, which essentially talks about the Pattabhishekam. So the entire song is, of course, going to be about 6 minutes. It's in Sanskrit, or probably more than 6 minutes. It's going to be in Sanskrit. And there it talks about every character who is part of Rama's Pattabhishekam. So it's a beautiful visualization. The song goes something like Mama Pattabhirama Jaya Maruti Sannuta Nama Rama Jaya Maruti Sannutana. And then it goes on to
Lovely.
define the entire. It's what I sang is now just the Pallavi, but the entire song talks about Chatra Chamara Karadrita Bharata Lakshmana Sugriva Vibhishana Sugriva Pramukadi Sevita Atriva Sishtadya Anugraha Patra Dasharata Putra Maniranga Valyalankrita Navaratna Mandape Vichitra Manimaya Simhasane Sitaya Sagasamstitam Sucharitra Paramapavitra. It will kind of go on, but for want of time.
I agree. It's just beautiful. I was just thinking, which are the other songs which I know, which is sung in Karnataka Shaili. I know the Nama Ramayanam, M.S. Subbulakshmi's. And there is Rangapura Vihara. If correct me if I am wrong. Dushanji, my limited knowledge is all right. Not so off the mark.
No, absolutely, Anand. It was such a beautiful rendition of Ram on Ram. And see, we have loads, Anand. We have Valmiki Ramayanam. We have 6 commentaries to the Ramayanam called Tattvadipika, Bhushana, the Dharmakutam. We have got Tilaka. And then we have works based on the Ramayana, Raghuvamsham by Kalidasa, Uttara Ramacharitram by Bhavabhuti. Then we have Mahavira Charitram by Bhavabhuti. Then we have Ekanathi Ramayanam in Marathi. Then we have Jaganmohana Ramayanam in Odia. We have Krittibasa's Ramayanam in Bengali, Bhanubhaktacharya's Ramayanam in Nepali, Kamba Ramayanam in Tamil, Arunachala Kavirayar's Ramanatakam in Tamil. Then we have Mulla Ramayanam, Ranganatha Ramayanam in Telugu. We have Tunjattu Rama Eluthachan's Ramayanam in Malayalam. We have Kumara Valmiki's Ramayanam in Kannada. We have a Gujarati Ramayanam. We have a Persian Ramayanam. We have a Kakavin Ramayanam, which is 1,300 years old, of the Javanese language from the archipelago nation of Indonesia. We have Rama Vibhakti Kirtanas, Sri Ramachandro in Sri Ranjani. We have got Ramachandram Bhavayami in Vasanta. You have got one in Ramachandrasya Dasoham. We have the Vibhakti Kritis of Rama, by Rama, Rama becomes the subject, Rama becomes the object. By Dikshitar, we have close to 800 Kritis of Tyagaraja Swami. We have got many Kritis of Swati Tirunal. We have 34th and 35th Dashakams of Sriman Narayanam by Bhattatri that talks about Ramayanam. Ramayanam is like one ocean. If at all one wishes to build a library just for Ramayanam, I'm sure the person will have to buy square feet, many areas and many grounds to fill those books. So that's how rich our literature just on the Ramayana is. Then imagine what will happen to Krishna and Mahabharatam. So easiest way is to come up with statements like Varama studied from which engineering college, because you wouldn't have knowledge about what these books after all stand for.
No, true, very true. And there are others who challenged in the courts that there is nothing or no one called Ram. Ram is Kalpanik. So despite all of this entire big list, Bhavayami Raghu Rama, I was listening to this morning. So that's another song in Karnataka. In the common playlist of a lot of people, these are songs. But Pawan Sinha ji, I also want to ask you, they say that in Valmiki's Ramayana, the tithi or the time when Ram was born is mentioned. But is the time and date and the thing, nakshatras or the placements, is that also mentioned when he actually touched down? And not in Ayodhya, but a little far away from Ayodhya, in Chitrakoot. Ji.
Yes, he's almost 12 kilometers away from Ayodhya, where Pushpa landed, and he might have changed the dresses and all to enter because by that time he was in Sadhu Vesh. And so he would have changed and then he came back, and that was the time of Amavasya. So it was Amavasya when he entered, and evening of Amavasya when he entered Ayodhya, and this was why the people of Ayodhya lit earthen lamps and welcomed him. And next day, there was a very big celebration in Ayodhya, and where he was seen in the Veshavusha of the Raja. And so from there, he was called Raghupati Raghava, Raja Ram. So this was the time. This was the time, and we have been celebrating Deepavali since then.
What one special message or tip that you would like to give? Because they say this is the year of the Saturn. Correct me if I'm wrong, Pawan Sinha ji. So in this Deepavali, is there something new, something different? कोई एक टिप है जो आप कहना चाहेंगे? जितने गृहस्थ हैं अपने घर के अंदर, कुछ इतना कीजिए कि आपके अंदर जो एनर्जी फ्लो है वो पॉजिटिव हो.
Yes, this is very important. See, earthen lamps dipped in ghee, godhrad, which is called. So that should be lit. At least 20-21 earthen lamps should be lit. And the second thing is that I always feel that my festival is incomplete if I do not do something for the poor people, for Raja Ram actually stood for. So I must collect some food that we have prepared for Raja Ram, and then we should have it for our family, and also we should give it to.
So you're saying make some extra. 21 diyas, earthen diyas dipped in ghee, light them.
Nothing is possible. And one thing I would like to say, that if possible, chhata or juta, that should also be given to the poor people, the poor person.
So umbrella or shoes, chhata or juta, if you can give it to the poor people.
Should be black.
Sir, should be black, should be black. So important tips that's come from Shri Guru Pawan Sinha ji. Maithili, हमारे पास समय कम है. आपका फेवरेट राम भजन आप सुनाएं.
जी. देखो राजा बने महाराज, आज राम राज बने, देखो राजा बने महाराज, आज राम राजा बने। वस्त्राभूषण तन पर साजे, सिंहासन पर राम विराजे। वस्त्राभूषण तन पर साजे, सिंहासन पर राम विराजे। जड़े हीरे जड़े हीरे, मोती सिर ताज, आज राम राजा बने, देखो राजा बने महाराज, आज राम राजा बने।
थोड़ी देर के लिए आपका कनेक्शन ड्रॉप हुआ था, तब राम कुमार ने भी पट्टाभिषेक के ही गीत गाया था, एंड वो कर्नाटिक शैली में गाया। आपने सिर्फ लोकगीत और फोक शैली में गाया। तो आप कहाँ मिथिला और कहाँ चेन्नई या तमिलनाडु, बट द पॉइंट इज राम सबको जोड़ते हैं, पूरे भारत को जोड़ते हैं। एंड विद दैट मैसेज ओनली आई एम गोइंग टू थैंक ऑल ऑफ यू। थैंक यू सो मच। मे द कृपा ऑफ द ऑलमाइटी एंड प्रभु श्री राम भी देयर ऑन ऑल ऑफ अस हियर इन भारत। थैंक यू सो मच। विद दोज विशेस आप सबको बहुत शुभ दीपावली। थैंक यू सो मच। We're going to take a very short break. Stay with us.